Okay, so now that we hold an array of all the boards, what we want to do is start working on the logic to basically take one of the boards and throw it off. So to begin, let's go to our barricade, and we're just going to make a new blueprint callable function, and we'll do void. Let's do destroy board, or let's see, we called it broken, so let's do break board. And this one can be just, I guess, more or less, yeah, we're probably going to want a specific board in this case. So we're going to do A by reference, F barricade board, and call it board. And for the case of blueprint, we need this to actually be a input parameter. So we need a U param. And I'm trying to think of what it needs to be, because there's a couple different ways of using uparam. Okay, so it's ref. So this tells it that we are passing board in as a reference and not a output parameter for blueprint. So once we have that, we basically want to set board.broken to true, and we want to start working on the logic that is going to more or less be applied to the board. So say we grab this one, we want it to start simulating and basically just get thrown off. Now I don't remember if these have collision. Okay, so they don't. Yours might have collision. Depends on if I come back through and add it, because we are going to need it at some point. So just keep that in mind, because that might cause some other issues where it collides with other boards and all that kind of stuff, but we'll deal with that later. So we break our board. We want to grab the board, specifically the mesh, and actually, it's probably not the greatest name. Let's go ahead and set it to simulate physics. And then we want to add a impulse at some basic, I guess you could say, direction. So let's see. Impulse to a single rigid body. So that would be fine because we're not going to have it. So it's just going to be applied to the root, which is right there, which we may or may not want. I'm not exactly sure how it will have an effect. So I wonder about if we can just set a velocity. All right, so I think an impulse is probably going to be the best bet. So we'll add an impulse at location. So we need a direction for the impulse, and we need a location as to where we want to actually, I guess you could say, apply the impulse to. So for the location, let's go ahead and we'll just do a, and we'll do board.board get component location, and that's good enough for at least that. And later on, we can, do a little bit of checking to find the actual center. Then for the impulse, we want a direction. So let's see which direction these are facing. So we basically just want to go on the negative x of the board. So that way it's always going to be going straight out. So we want the rotation. That would be, what is it? Get component rotation. We'll do const f rotator. We'll just do board rotation. Now that we have that, we want to go ahead and construct from the x-axis. Well, basically, we can just use the x-axis to create a f vector. Let's do impulse direction equals f vector. And we can just, I believe, use board rotation dot, actually, I don't know if we can use x. So x would be the, I'm not 100% sure, actually, now that I think about it. So I need to think of a different way, because we need to do something from a specific axis. So let me think really quick. All right, so actually we can use the, what do you call it? The actor's rotation in this case, because it's always going to be consistent. So we can use the forward vector of the actual actor. So if need be, if your axis is flipped, you can use the right vector and that sort of thing too. So what we're going to do is just do a get forward vector and see which direction that takes us. Now we do need to multiply this by some sort of impulse. So basically an amount. So let's do a const f factor impulse direction. Or let's just call it impulse equals get actor forward vector, and we want to multiply this by, we'll start out at 10,000, and we can plug that in. Okay, so next up, we do have that as blueprint read only, so we can access a random board, and I want to rename this one to boards rather than board components. So let's real quick go up here, replace that with boards, and we'll name this board components instead. So that takes care of that. Now we can go ahead, restart the editor, recompile, and relaunch. And then give our break board here a test. All right, head back in and do some test logic. So off begin play, we're going to add a delay of, say, 2 seconds. And we want to go ahead and get a board. So we'll do get boards. And we want a random array item. And from here, we can go ahead and call break board. Like so. And that'll just take in, whatever board we want to break. So let's go ahead and press simulate. And after 2 seconds, something should hopefully happen. And it didn't seem like it did. So we did get this warning, trying to simulate physics on the static mesh component, but it is static. So we need to change these to movable. So all the boards to movable. And then our base can be actually the one that is static. So let's give it another try. And there it went in the complete wrong direction. So we're going to change get forward vector to get actor right vector. And that was a lot of impulse. So let's drop it down to 100. And hopefully that should make the orientation correct. So let's give it a try. And there it goes. So let's try, we'll just go ahead and double it to 200. Give it a little bit more of a, I guess you could say, umph as it goes off. And that's pretty decent. So obviously this is going to change based upon, is it going to keep selecting that same board? Why? Oh, I want to use a different one. But yeah, so that's roughly how we want it. So what we can do now is go ahead and make this something that is exposed. So let's go back to our header, where we do our edit anywhere. And let's add we'll call it a float board break impulse. We'll try something like 250 by default. And there we go. So that's kind of our starting point to getting the boards to break. And I would like to do additional stuff such as, applying some, say, rotation to it. So it's not just a straight fall off, but rather, someone kind of like pulling it and then throwing it. So that's something we can do as well later on. But for now, we just want to keep it simple and continue with this logic. So with that out of the way, I will see you in the next video. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.